everyone, it's Emmy Hall with the Fast Lane Car, and I'm here with Justin Wilson. The Justin Wilson. You might know him from IndyCar, you might know him from F1, you might know him from Formula E. He's kind of the bomb, and he is going to be taking us up on a test run up Pikes Peak in his 2014 Acura MDX. But here's the thing, Justin's going to be racing Pikes Peak in when?
A little over 10 days.
Okay, a little over 10 days. How many times have you driven up Pikes Peak?
This will actually be the first time. So, yeah, I mean, I've driven as far as the gate before, and unfortunately it was closed on that particular day. So this is going to be my first time ever going up, and a lot to take in. Oh my gosh. Now, have you done any kind of recon on the mountain? I've watched a few videos trying to work out, and I sat there and, watching some onboards from other drivers, and I had the map out and trying to work out, and yeah, you do like 3 or 4 corners and then you get lost. All right. It's pretty intense. Well, can we put the camera on you and get some stream of consciousness while we're going up there? Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's try and work it out. Awesome. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. Thanks. Yay! Coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. This section of the track, they don't have so much guardrail, we just have trees to catch you. Nice embankment, a few trees. It's funny, you kind of got that butterflies in your stomach from thinking, when we bring the race car up here, we're going to be going seriously fast. This is 30 miles an hour, 25, 30 miles an hour, and yeah, we're going to be going 3 or 4 times that speed. Now, is it weird because you know from the games that you've played that you'll be, crossing the line and all of that stuff. So, but right now we have to stay on our side. So is it strange? Are you thinking in your mind, okay, I would be over here and then I would be over here? Yeah, I keep thinking, it'd be nice if I could set up and get that sight picture, because it's all about the sight picture and, picking your lines, and, also the camber in the road plays into it. Obviously the road's got camber in, so the water drains away, but as you're crossing over that, the car's reacting differently, and the steering will grab and then it'll release, and it's just a lot to take in, and you're going to be sat a lot lower to the ground, so you can see much less in the real car. Right. So the little crest when we're driving the MDX, you can see over, and the real car will be sat down low, and you're kind of guessing at where you are. And the key is I got to come up with some kind of strategy to know what's coming next and stay on top of it. Are all these turns looking familiar just based on the recon that you have done? Some bits of them are. Okay. Unfortunately, some bits doesn't quite cut it. You'll end up crashing on the bits that aren't. You can see that people have locked up into here. This is the first switchback, first hairpin left. And the camera doesn't show it so well, but steep uphill. Yeah. And it's weird because you can see the summit over there to the left, and you think, we're going to go up there in 8 minutes? That's insane. Yeah, it's way over there. It's insane. Okay. So this should be pretty familiar, because you're going to have a long straightaway here. Yeah, I think it's like a 3rd gear left at the end of that straight. Yeah. Don't want to get that one wrong. No. So that 3rd gear left, long right, kink left. And then look at, you can't even see where the road goes.
Yeah.
How high, and we're so high, like.
Yeah, once you sit down low, you're up as...
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Everything is much harder. And then into this hairpin.
Yeah.
That's tight.
And I know my seatbelt just tightened up on me.
Yeah.
And then just like that, we are at 10,000 feet. Now, what about those kind of road patches where they've, given some new asphalt to cover up a bad part in the road? Does that make a difference? Do you try to...
It's going to be a seam, it's going to be a bump, it's unsettle the car, so you got to anticipate that if there's any in the brake zones. Wow.
Yeah.
That sky. It's that sky turn, because that's all you can see. I think is one of the corners. And then all the way through this long left-hand corner. It's like a triple apex. I don't even know.
Ooh,
Quadruple apex left. Right, left, and then we're going to another switchback.
And then another one.
Yeah, see, there's a seam or patch right there.
And you'll be on that side of the road, right,
Yeah.
to set up for this?
Yeah. Wow, look at the waterfall.
Look at that water. Oh, great, great. That'll be awesome if that
Try
gets
not
on the
to
road.
look at the scenery when you're doing this for real. Great scenery.
Yeah.
There's a
And
patch
you'll have
here
a
they've
patch
been
here.
working on.
And that's bumpy. I can feel it through this.
A lot of gravel. It's something I've not experienced before is gravel sections on the racetrack.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure they'll come up with a street cleaner or something. But there's a lot of patches on this road right now. What are you going to do in the race car when your ears start to pop? You going to chew some gum or something?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Tightens up.
Tightens up.
I was
tightens
watching
up.
Sebastian Loeb's run because that's just a fantastic piece of film. And that was the one place he actually got the back to step out and the braking.
Really?
As he went into that decreasing radius corner. It was pretty cool to see.
Okay, mile marker 16, Justin, and now that we're out of the car, I can really tell how steep this actually is.
Wow.
This is crazy. Like, that building down there is not even the start, B.
Yeah, that's the halfway point.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah. Just the view from up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so in awe of you and all of these other drivers. Like, I think I do crazy stuff. This is nuts. This is nuts.
Well, I'm kind of glad that I didn't know what I was committing to before I committed to it.
So they just called you up and they were like, hey, we got this car, do you want to drive it? And you're like, yeah, sure, sounds like fun. I mean, is that kind of what happened?
Pretty much what happened. They said, we've got this crazy idea. We'd like to take our sports car, the car that they want to take to Le Mans eventually. Take that up Pikes Peak. Great idea. Sounds fun. Sign me up.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. And now we're here, and it's a little different. So.
Yeah, it's a little different from YouTube, huh?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, seen Pikes Peak before. I knew what it was about. I knew it was a little crazy, but it's a whole new perception when you get here and physically look over the edge.
Yeah, there's a lot of turns where you're just seeing sky, and we're still 4 miles from the summit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get back in and see how the rest does.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Because we're above the tree line now.
The Rocky Mountains are incredible.
I feel like you're on top of the world.
I know. Well, you kind of are. We're going up to 14,115 feet. I mean, sure, there's something called Everest that's a little bit taller, but
You can't drive your car up there.
exactly. And this isn't even the highest drivable point in the highest mountaintop in Colorado. That's Mount Evans.
Yeah. So that left-hander back there is high commitment.
Okay.
Now we come down to bottomless pit.
And here you got a little tiny dip in the road.
Yeah. And then probably a third gear right.
Okay. And this is all set up with push-button gearing on your steering wheel, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have paddles.
Oh, you
just
have
like
paddles?
on the MDX here. You got
Okay.
a couple of paddles, so 6-speed gearbox. We'll be down to third gear, I think, and then I'm just trying to think, how's that LMP2 prototype car going to deal with some of these roads and the little bumps, and typically that type of car likes to be set up very stiff, very low to get the downforce. And obviously this road is not as smooth as a traditional racetrack.
And so far, that car's only been driven on racetracks, right?
Yeah, so we'll just take it up Pikes Peak. Why not?
No big deal.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
I mean, I haven't seen the car yet. I mean, I've seen the car, but I haven't seen it here in Colorado. It's en route as we speak. And
Okay.
make my seat in a few days, and
Have you sat in it?
no. Look at the rain cloud over there.
Yeah.
And again, it's bumpy. It's
Right here. Boom.
yeah. I think we're going to be on the left side of the road there.
Uh-huh.
Note to self: stay on the left.
And you have to remember all of those, because you can't have well, your car's not set up for a co-driver, but even if you had 2 seats, they don't allow co-drivers anymore. So it's all on you.
It's all what you can remember. You're gonna have to drive with room in reserve in case you bottom out, in case you hit some of these bumps and the car takes off. I mean, it'll take off only half a second, which sounds like nothing and what's the big deal, but when you're making decisions that are based on a foot here and a foot there,
Right.
life-threatening decisions.
Right.
Half a second is 50 feet. It's a huge amount of time to be off the ground. So that's why we, as drivers, we talk about it a lot, and especially doing something like this, it's critical that you stay on the road as much as possible.
You made it!
Still can't see what's coming up.
Exactly.
Okay, 14,000 feet.
You can definitely feel it, right? You
I
get
can
out the
feel it,
car
yeah.
and walk around, and it's like I'm a little lightheaded.
I'm a little lightheaded and I'm super thirsty.
Yeah.
It's really, really dry up here.
Yeah, it's drying out fast. So every time you breathe, you're losing water. So you dehydrate pretty fast at this altitude.
So I mean, I know we took that run and we were talking a lot and all that, but just after that, what do you think the best strategy is going to be for getting the best performance not only out of you, but also out of the car?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting the setup, so it's compliant and drivable and predictable. If we can get that, that's as good as you're going to hope for on the car setup. And then for myself, I mean, after that first run, I'm going to go back, look at more video, get on the simulator, try and make it sink in. When we come back here and test, it's split into 3 sections. So
Right.
we do the bottom third, the middle third, the top third. Kind of the middle third right now with all those switchbacks.
Right.
That's sinking in. the bottom third for me is the bit that's, you know, it's very vague. You know, there's a lot of corners that look exactly the same. So just got to keep working on it. Just more time.
So what's your goal in terms of like average miles per hour? Do you think you have anything like that?
I haven't even thought about that. I mean, it to me, you know, I want to be respectable. Don't want to just tootle up here and be slow. But this is more of an exploratory, you know, learn the mountain, learn, you know, as much as we can, and you know, maybe Honda and HPD come back with this car next year and have a, you know, even more serious attempt at going for a lap time. But right now, you know, we're taking it as it comes, and you know, they've made a couple of modifications to the car. I mean, it's a great car. It's the LMP2 HPD 04B chassis, so it's you know, it's a great car, and it should be fast. I'm a little nervous. You know.
Yeah. Let's go look over the edge here and see, like, because now we're all the way up at the top at over 14,000 feet.
Yeah.
There it is.
That is.
There's the Rocky Mountains for you.
That's everything right there. I mean,
right.
It's an amazing view.
Just don't look when you come onto the top.
No. Focus on the road. You got to focus on the road. You go where you look. So just keep looking at the road, and yeah, it'll be fine. Honestly.
Well, Justin, I'm so stoked to be able to be following you and Team Honda while we're here at Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. To keep a lookout for a bunch of different videos that we've got. We'll have some practice for you. We'll have Fan Fest for you, and of course, we'll be covering the race for you right here on TFLcar.com. You can also go to TFLcar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews. And you can find all of us, including Justin Wilson, on the Twitters. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Yep. It's mid-June and still people skiing. That's
ridiculous.
That's how high we are.
So I wonder what all of this snow is going to mean for snow melt too next week. Like if there's going to be water on the track or anything.
So far it's been pretty good. I mean, it's kind of running into these gullies and going down the side of the track, so not much going across the track.
So far.
So far.